What's up, guys? So today we're going to talk about some accessories that you could use to outfit your sub 2000 rifle for home defense. Welcome back to another video, guys, and in this video we're going to go over using the Kel Tec sub 2000 as a home defense weapon, part 2. Alright, so in this video we're going to take a look at some of the accessories that I've outfitted my sub 2000 rifle with. What I want to do now is just go ahead and do a safety check on the rifle to make sure that it is not loaded. Alright, so as you can see, the rifle right now, it is folded, so it can be fired. But we're going to go ahead and unfold it. And as you can see, there's nothing in the mag well. The bolt is locked back, and there's nothing inside the chamber. And I'm actually doing a finger check right there. All right, so the weapon is safe. Two of the main things that I have on this rifle, the first thing here is a grip. And this grip is actually pretty cool. You can actually modify the position of the grip by pressing down on this switch right here. Now, the grip is actually able to move in a couple of different positions. Right now, it's in a fully vertical position. And you can also move it halfway, so you can actually hold it much like an angled foregrip. And then the last position is obviously folding it totally out of the way. Now, you guys remember in the last video, I had this accessory, which is the flashlight on the underside of the sub 2000, pretty much where this grip is. What I've done since then is move this to the side. Now, this flashlight requires a Picatinny rail to be mounted. And on the side of the sub 2000, as you can see, we only have M-LOK slots. So what was required was a small rail, roughly about, I would say about 2 inches in length. It's an M-LOK rail which mounts on here, and then you can add the flashlight to that. Now, the reason for this shift is whenever you're using any type of foregrip or angled grip or folding grip, the whole purpose is to give you another point of stability, which is going to increase your accuracy. So I wanted to do that by adding a grip, and the flashlight was here. Now, the rail is pretty decent on the sub 2000, but it's not long enough to accommodate a grip here and then a flashlight in front of it. And even if you manage to squeeze it in, it's not going to be ergonomic, because then you can't access the back button of the flashlight. So what I went ahead and did was mount the flashlight on the side, like so. And now, as you can see, I have access to the button. So let's go ahead and just bring the grip down, just to give you guys an example. And as you can see, I have pretty easy access while I have a firm purchase on the weapon. The next thing I wanted to show you guys is this magazine right here. Now, this is a clear magazine. It's considered a see-through magazine. This is for the Glock version of the sub 2000. You could slide it in and it locks into place, and it holds roughly 31 rounds. Now, what's the difference between a regular magazine, like say this one? Obvious. It's, you know, visually it is obvious. One, you can actually see the rounds, and this one you can't exactly see the rounds. So why would that matter in terms of the sub 2000? Simple. The sub 2000 does not have a bolt open feature, meaning that whenever you fire the last round, the bolt does not lock back. What happens is you hear a click when you pull, and there's nothing else left in the chamber. Now, by having a magazine like this, you can actually tilt the gun slightly and get a visual look of exactly how many rounds you have. So that's something to consider in a high stress situation. It kind of gives you a heads up in terms of, you know, how many more rounds you have left. before it's time to go ahead and change mags. All right, so the next accessory I wanted to show you guys is a small red dot. And you guys remember in the last video I had a solar red dot. It was kind of big. I have since gotten another one which is much smaller. This one, as you can see, with the quick detach rail, fits inside the palm of my hand. Pretty small. It comes with a nice rubber cover. You can slide it off, and that's just to protect the glass. Slide it off. To turn it on, you simply press the button on the side, and when the light here turns red, the LED, it means that it's powered up. All right, give it a black background so you guys can see it better. So that's pretty much the red dot. It's really small. It mounts onto the rifle really quickly, and I'll just show you guys that here. All right, so there it is. It mounts onto the rifle really quickly. It is small and it is accurate. Out the box, I didn't have to make any kind of modifications. You can adjust it as need be. It has this little quick release lever here, and you simply just turn this and pull it off. The problem with red dots and the sub 2000 is you can't fold a rifle. So if you're transporting it, it's easier if you have your red dot mounted with some type of quick release lever. All right, on top you can see the solar panel here. So this red dot, as small as it is, has dual sources of energy. So this is the solar power, which works when you're outside shooting. It powers the red dot off solar and saves battery. Another thing I like with this red dot is the fact that you can actually remove the battery without having to remove the actual red dot from the rifle. And it uses a very common battery, and it is very lightweight. The red dot itself is roughly, I would say, a couple of ounces. And it does have dual source. It's adjustable for windage and elevation. The next accessory I wanted to show you is a sling. It's pretty much a 1-point bungee sling. It is kind of stretchy, and it allows you to pretty much mount this connection part right here onto the butt stock of the sub 2000. And it's very easy. You simply just open it up, click it in, and now the rifle has been mounted to a sling. You can use this sling pretty much to put it around your neck. It's going to allow you an easy transition between the sub 2000 and your sidearm. It will also help if you're looking to conceal the sub 2000 or take it, say, under like a large jacket or a large coat. The other tool that I would recommend that you guys look into purchasing is something like this, which is an Allen key tool. It is made by STANLEY, and it pretty much has, I would say, almost every size of Allen key tools needed for any kind of small gunsmithing. You know, every accessory that I've mentioned here can be easily added and modified to the rifle, and most of these accessories do come with their own Allen keys. The difference is, with this, you have everything in one place, and a lot of times when you open a new accessory out of a box, we have a tendency to somehow throw away the box, or it gets misplaced, and sometimes the Allen key gets misplaced. And if you ever want to, you know, modify anything or do any kind of new work to your rifle, then for me, this just makes sense to keep handy. I keep it actually in my my gun range bag. Sometimes you go to the range and you may need to tighten something up, you know, so it's actually pretty good. A lot of these accessories are tightened with an Allen screw, so having this Allen tool is also very helpful. Another tool I wanted to show you is this mini Bushnell flashlight. It's very good to use if you just want to do some quick work on your rifle. It's very sharp in terms of the size of the beam, so you can actually get up inside and see certain things as it relates to the actual gun. And it's just a good overall tool. All right, so that's it for the update of the video, guys, using your sub 2000 for home defense. If you guys are interested in any of the accessories listed here, I will leave links in the description. Pretty much every item listed here will be linked in the description below. Thanks again so much for watching the video. Comment below and let me know if you found this information useful. Thanks again. Have a blessed day.